Stardew Valley is a game about community. It's about making friends with people you don't know, slowly building bonds with them over time, as you slowly make your farm more and more beautiful. The 1.6 update dropped while I last played in 1.5, and thus that means I haven't played for around 2 years. The game is probably most enjoyable blind, so join me as I re-experience Stardew Valley blind once more. But to truly experience it blind, I decided to not use the wiki whatsoever. This will also have the side effect of me probably not getting all the tasks done in time, but I don't really care. The main goal of this playthrough is to have fun. While there's a lot of villagers, the most important ones are those that open shop. For example, Robin, who deals with stuff relating to our home, Marnie, who deals with animals, Wally deals with fish, Pierre, who deals with crops, and Clint, who deals with ores. Which is why when we got off the bus and then we introduced ourselves to the mayor and Robin, we immediately ran to Pierre's to get more parsnip seeds to plant. I headed to Stardew Valley, got 40 parsnip seeds, planted them, and I'm out of energy. There's nothing I can do now. Let's go to the saloon. For any 100% player already knows, the hardest quest is easily Factor Challenge, where you have to beat the journey of Prarie King without dying a single time. I have never finished this game before, so I hit to bed when I only reached level 4 before dying. The only produce I made today is a single clam. Yep, that's it. Day 2, I watered across before heading to Wally for his fishing rod, which I spent basically all my leftover energy to fish for cash. Again, maybe 40 parsnip seeds wasn't the best idea. Which means that the rest of the time was spent, cleaning up the farm area. Clearing the farm area at night awarded me with a geode, which I could crack open later at Clint's place, while also planting 3 mixed seeds. So that means I have 43 crops I gotta deal with. Luckily, the efforts of today allowed me to reach level 1 foraging from chopping down trees. On day 3, my stupidity was never punished as there was rain, which means I won't have to waste all my energy watering the 43 crops I planted for some reason, giving me the opportunity to spend most of my efforts on fishing and talking to the townsfolk instead, easily reaching level 1 fishing. I also managed to fish up copper ore, which made Clint come to my house on day 4 to give me the recipe for a furnace. That's honestly the most interesting part though, since all I did for the rest of the day is fish, earning myself a hefty chunk while reaching level 2 fishing in the process. Day 5 is when Marnie came along to ask us to adopt a homeless cat, whom we named Copsley, and the parsnips that take 4 days to grow are finally ready. The other important part is that the mines have now become open from Joja's drilling incident. Thinking I should make myself a furnace, I ran straight to the mines, meeting Marlon, who handed me a sword as I plunged downwards, which I basically immediately ditched for a wooden club. I made it to floor 10 before calling quits to spend all my money to buy potato seeds at Pierce. I managed to get level 1 farming and level 1 mining. With 39 parsnips, my very first payday from the farm was great. Using that money, I bought more potatoes for a profit as I fished for the rest of day 6. Day 7 is the big one, as I finally got introduced to the main goal of this game, the community center, where hidden languages inside these books that I can't read. So I'll just leave this on the back burner for now, but remember this is pretty important. After which, I successfully get to floor 20 of the mines. I was hoping to give Sam the smallmouth bass that he ordered on the quest board, but I was already too late and he was already home. That of course didn't stop me from waiting outside his door for like 2 hours just to deliver his gift. Come on, open up! The bass is coming! Come on! It was interesting as I got asked to go to a wizard tower by the wizard. It's been a full week, I've never heard of this thing. But I guess it's like, if I remember correctly, it should be there? So I beelined there immediately, as the wizard went to decipher all the text and then allow us to be able to read the dialogue in the community center, which is made by the Junimos, which basically are the forest spirits. After that's done, I chose to explore the mines again. On floor 26, there was a bug invasion, while on floor 29, there was a floor of monsters. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, as I got a pair of sunglasses from the former and a sword from the latter. As we made it to floor 30 with fruitful results, getting to level 2 combat and mining in the process. Day 9, I went to crack open my geodes for donations. My smallmouth bass correctly handed to the right person before being introduced to the new thing added in 1.6, the price ticket. It gave me another 12 carrot seeds to plant, so I went home and to plant them. Not before, of course, a quick trip to the community center to deposit daffodil, horseradish, and dandelion. With the remaining time, I head towards the mines, and accidentally found a leak, so I went to the community center to finish my first bundle, which netted me 30 more seeds to plant. I stored them at my box for I do not have the room for it, and went back to the mines at 5:20. Managed to get a Monster Slayer goal before running out of energy at floor 32. At that point, I just caught my loss and went to sleep. Day 10 was a rainy day, which means it's the perfect time to plant those 30 seeds I didn't plant yesterday, allowing me to head straight to the mines to redeem myself. Because these floors are so dark, I carry around a torch to see better. This allowed me to reach floor 40. I headed towards the Adventure skill to collect my reward, that anticipating garbage for it was really easy to get, but I ended up knitting myself an insect head, which is so much stronger than my forest blade that it felt hilarious. Just like that, I doubled my damage arsenal in one day. I then tried to do some garbage diving while Alex wouldn't move, so I robbed his trash can in broad daylight. Screw this guy. Spent some of my time exploring, netted me a bunch of spring onions, giving me the energy to chop down a few more trees for wood, finding the hat mouse on my way toward returning home as I'm too broke. The tree chopping made me reach level 2 on foraging though, how about that? Day 11 is pretty eventful, as there appears to be an event I don't remember, being the bookseller event, which, well, obviously sells books. And since my potatoes are finally ready, unlike last time, I went to Pierce immediately instead of dumping it into a shipping bin to wait a day. A total of 13 relics were donated to Gunther from cracking open geodes before making my way to the bookshop, where I found a book that made me want to buy immediately. A book that just shows you the sell price of items. For wiki users, they're absolutely useless, but for me, since it'll be excellent to have and I'll be able to dictate what is worth investing in and what isn't. But that will rob me of all the gold I finally managed to muster for the spring strawberries I was saving up. With a heavy heart, I ignored the book, heading towards the mines to vent my frustrations. While my pickaxe is not upgraded and thus still too slow, the same can't be said about my level 6 new weapon, which made me finish the bonus quest early and easily. I then chose to spend the rest of my day fishing to get a card for another side quest, which is probably the perfect time for me to talk about my progress on friendship with people. I have one heart with 4 villagers, Linus because he's on the way to the mines, Clint because he's running on blacksmith, lastly Maru and Caroline because of these small side quests I did for them. The reason why I explain is that I stumbled into a cutscene, where Linus was worried about him getting caught taking trash. I have no idea if that one heart was the reason I got that cutscene, but I gotta roll with it. Wait, where are you go? After losing at stage 4 like usual, I handed my quest to Lewis, went to the lake to grab more onions before accidentally fighting Robin's lost axe. Get it? Accident? Axe, you know. Day 12, my potatoes and carrots are all ready. I also made a sprinkler to not need to water a few tiles, placing a parsnip and a potato into the community center before selling the rest. Then I finally decided to buy the backpack, handing Robin the axe before finally heading back to the mines again. My pickaxe's lack of strength is finally starting to show, as I only reached floor 44 despite all my efforts. Then I barely missed the museum. Gunther, you managed to lose every single artifact. I should get VIP treatment just to be let in. Why are you not going to let me in? Day 13, I got to water 8 less crops due to the sprinklers. Then spent a bunch of energy on watering empty hold spots. This is because of an event I'll never forget, Egg Festival, where I could buy one of my most favorite fruits in real life, strawberries. Could I have saved the money for a backpack to get like 20 extra strawberry seeds? Yes, but I just wanted the convenience. And 68 strawberries felt more than enough. While this was going on, I destroyed the egg competition with hen eggs. Suck it, Abigail, as I head back to home to plant every single strawberry I got. Day 14 showed how buying the backpack instead was a good idea, as I already ran out of energy not even finishing watering the crops. So I went down to grab some more spring onions before finding a cutscene talking about how Gunther might have the keys to the sewer. Maybe you can give me that too, with the museum key as well. Actually, how about you just give me the key to the entire town? That's not all either. As this is the first time we made the traveling cart, I'm broke as hell, but I can buy anything, but the idea is there, any price, and it's completely random, so I have infinite possibilities. Well, I remember that it's Haley's birthday today, so I handed her a golden star dandelion, which made her shut up way more than even Linus. Gunther chose to dispose of a gold bar, which makes me question how this guy ever kept his place running, and maybe he would just dispose the sewer keys as well. Afterwards, I spent the day grabbing copper for a quest and buying a magic bean for the community center. With no time, I panic dropped everything in the chest and head to bed. Day 15, I went in hopes for spring onions, but ended up being in salmonberry season, so I spent some time foraging everything instead, before giving one to Haley and her hating it. I got sick of watering strawberries and decided to try and get a couple of retaining soil, so I have a chance to not need to water them, then spend some time gathering iron ore before heading back home, waiting for the ore to finish so I can craft 2 more sprinklers. Which does not show us its usefulness on day 16 as it was a rainy day, but I'll take what I can get. One of the side quests was to give Willie an eel, which is awesome. This means that the eel is in the spring and not any other seasons. But do I give it to Willie? After finally fishing one up, I figured that I'll probably be fine, as I'll spend more time fishing today anyway. More importantly, I managed to get a mango sapling from the price ticket rewards, so I can eagerly wait for the mangoes in the summer. After a bit of fishing, I got to put a catfish, clam, carp, and a largemouth bass in the community center, but no eel. That might have been a mistake for some cheap bucks. By selling those and some fish I stored in my chest, I managed to get $2,000 just from selling these fish. Reaching level 4 in fishing, in another 1.6 edition, mystery boxes are now available in the valley. Day 17 started off on a high note by finally making the spring seeds ready, lessening my workload by a lot. This definitely means that I'm ready, right? Like, I'm gonna sell these things, right? Oh my god. The 2,000 gold I got yesterday made me want to upgrade my pickaxe, as I felt like I could not manage to break it any further in the mines. Without a pickaxe, I spent the rest of the day fishing. We did manage to get 5 gold ore from fishing this time, but if we want to talk about what's the biggest breakthrough today, it'll be me finally beating stage 4 of Prarie King and then dying to what seems like the boss. We're close to finishing this mini-game! Like, oh my god, why is this so hard for me? We are close to finishing this mini-game, at least. While I did reach level 3 foraging, the more important one is level 5 fishing, where I can pick a profession. Out of the 2, I picked the fisher profession as we start day 18. Where after we went to Willie and bought the better fishing rod, we literally just fished the entire day. So let's just use this time to talk about something else. The friendship system. By befriending these villagers, they can give us mini items that contribute to the 100% goal, like recipes, and just befriending them in general, as that's part of different achievements that we can get. There's also a bunch of people that can choose to date, bachelors or bachelorettes. As Haley is currently the highest hearted person, I'm considering picking her, but nothing's set in stone yet, so we'll have to wait and see. Oh, and I suppose there was one thing I got today, 1 iridium ore. If we keep this pace up, I'll have 1 bar at winter 6th. Day 19, no, come on, just do something, thank you. We grabbed the copper pickaxe and then spent another 2,000 gold upgrading the axe, with my new pickaxe and finally making it to floor 45 and floor 50 not long after. On the way, we also got one of the new mystery boxes, which could be cracked open like geodes. Day 20, we got another day of rain, but I waited a little bit longer to get more regular sprinklers, so that I don't gotta water them like today. With full energy and a stack of salmon berries, I'm ready to head back down once again. We made it to floor 70 with another dwarf scroll, and a couple of useless weapons due to the power of this insect head. But what's more important is probably the magnet ring at floor 56, giving us a better collection radius for all items, even outside of the mines. The haul forced me to craft another chest to store my items, while also getting a couple of sprinklers placed. Day 21, the bookseller came in again, so I grabbed the strawberry harvest and decided to sell them immediately, hoping to get that price catalog I was eyeing, finally allowing me to see the cost of items. We also handed in the sunfish, shad, bream, sardine, winterroot, crystal fruit, cauliflower into the community center. Then spent the rest of the day going to floor 85, getting a second book in the progress. This monster compendium also gave monsters a small chance to drop double loot, which will help with future item grinds. Reaching floor 80 gave me a chance to find gold ore, which is what I was hoping to reach in the mines. With my efforts, I reached level 5 farming and level 5 mining, which is 2 more professions I got to pick. So I chose the tiller and the miner profession. Shame that I sold strawberries to Pierre before I got the tiller profession, huh? Day 22, Demetrius heard of our endeavors and asked if I want a fruitbat cave or a mushroom cave. Considering how pricey the fruit trees are, while mushrooms also able to be gotten on the bottom of the mines. Well, because I don't think I will check it every single day, I figured that fruits would be more important to me. And since Penny wanted the sardine on daily quest, I decided to spend the morning fishing instead. Delivering the sardine gave me the golfer achievement and allowed me to hand a mussel into the community center. With the leftover time, I tried to make my way to floor 90 of the mines, but floor 88 was an infested floor, and the slimes finally took me down for the first time, having to be saved by Maru to get out. That's not too bad considering I got to level 6 fishing for the morning efforts. Day 23 is a good luck day, and that with the rain must have for some reason convinced me that I could reach floor 90. So after delivering an oyster, I headed back to the mines just to die and get saved by Maru once again. I then proceeded to not learn any lessons and headed back, which somehow worked. With an obsidian edge in hand, now it's time to... No. Tim, no. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Get out of the mines! Get out! Oh, I guess it was fine. That trip gave me both the mushroom to hand in to the community center, proving that the choice I made yesterday was correct. We actually got a little treat where a crop fairy blessed our singular strawberry. Couldn't you just move like a bit to the right? You were so close. And all that effort in the mines also netted us level 5 in combat, which we picked combatter as a profession, even if we probably do not deserve that profession today. Day 24 was the flower dance, and also our singular green bean harvest. Finally finishing up the spring crops bundle before unlocking a boiler room. I also for some reason still chose to use the insect head over the obsidian edge and head straight towards the mines, which you wouldn't expect what happens next. Yeah, I died again. With that disaster of the run, I might as well head back to the flower dance. Wait. How short was this event? Oh my. Well, to make myself feel better about missing the flower dance, I decided to quickly finish the blacksmith bundle and the benchers bundle as well as most of the geologist bundle, making us almost finish the boiler room the same day it finished. This also unlocked a bulletin board and a bolt, meaning we finally unlocked every single community center section to finish. Day 25, the strawberries come in again, but what's more important is the cave. I won redemption from that awful run yesterday. In just 2 hours, I made it to level 100 and got our first star drop to celebrate. For important pickups, we pick up a purple mushroom on floor 99, fire quartz on floor 103, then that's about it. But what's more important is the finale. After all, the mines only span up to the 120th floor, so this is the final chance for redemption. Can we make it today? I got to level 6 farming and mining at least, so it's not that bad, but I'm seething with rage. So on day 26, I immediately went back to the mines once more to redeem myself again. We can finally get to level floor 120 of course, get our skull key on the bottom floor, and leave the mines for good. But that's one of the only 2 things that's extremely important today. Before I went there, I went to finish up the boiler room, meaning that I finished the entire bundle in just 3 days, which should tell you about how easy this one is going to be. This one was always going to be the first one to get done considering how much I yearn for the mines. But that means we're 6 of the way on finishing the community center. It's still something to celebrate. So now with level 6 farming, it's time to start smelting quartz, so I don't gotta water at the summer for hours, energy wasted, like there was so much watering I had to cut down. The more sprinklers I make, the more time I save. Level 6 mining and level 4 foraging is also good. Since the mines are complete and I had ample resources, day 27 was finally a break day. Chopping down trees and clearing out debris on the farm, donating some more items we got from the list, 1 for a dye bundle, 2 for a fall foraging bundle, and then finishing up the construction bundle. Choosing to finally talk to the locals for a change, and then finally putting that skull key to good use. We'll come back to this later. Finally making crab pots for a crab pot bundle after. Which brings us to the last day of spring. I don't know if there's anything specifically want except for the sprinklers, but I got a whole day to think about it. After all, there's nowhere left to plunger. I decided to finally build a coop, and we chose to give Maru something. Remember that whole bachelorette fiasco? I finally made my choice. Being saved by Maru twice in a row in the mines have made me decided on working towards building bonds with her. And with that, there's 2 hearts with her. That means that I won't kept by her own door. I decided to try fishing most of the day, just so I can finish some of the fishing stuff I could have missed at this point. With that, the whole spring came to an end. 28 days in just 1 season. We have finished a lot of the stuff to set us up for success. These small videos will give me the experience in editing videos and recording. So, this is Q-Tim, signing out. I'll think of a better slogan eventually, I swear.